Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Life's Milkshake Moment with health coach Joe D.
Well, welcome to Mindset Monday. I am Dr. Jody Bear, America's top foundational health coach. I am a certified health coach, but also a holistic nutritionist, pioneer for over 42 years, specializing in foundations of health, spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, and financial. And I'll tell you right now, our guest today on Mindset Moments almost fits every single one of those categories because she has a way, as I call it, branding in foundational living and foundational hope. With a client base of over 1 million pounds of toxic fat lost in my career and in my practice, and over 2,000 people that I'm honored to say that have been remediated and have regained their health in this COVID era. Because the body is a miracle working machine, a miracle working and running machine. The body put in the right condition will heal itself, especially in the mental and the mindset set. My personal quote that I go by is, when you take care of you and your world first, the world around you is empowered forever. And today is one of those times to empower you on Mindset Monday, to empower yourself so you can go out into the world. Les Brown, my mentor, says it is possible to open up a whole new key for your future. You will have access. All you have to do is believe it's possible. You have it within yourself. It's possible. I'm possible. And you're possible too. So take my hand. Let's go in and begin, because health isn't something you do, but it's who you are. It's what you become along life's journey. On Mindset Mondays, now here on Traverse TV, on the T, we'll be delving into this most critical mental pillar, the mental pillar of human existence. I'm bringing top humans here around the planet, without a doubt. These humans are professionals. Personally, they have stories, they have resumes, they have expertise to get you where you want to go. Take their hand as well. And my wonderful guest here today is like that friend of a friend of a friend. She is a colleague of mine who I've had the absolute pleasure to get to know through Kim Jacobs of the Kim Jacobs Show, who is a part of Les Brown Incorporated, the Les Brown team. When we do Freestyle Fridays, each and every Friday at 11 o'clock on the Kim Jacobs Show, it is a panel extraordinaire. And the first time my distinguished guest here, she popped onto the screen like the stars that she has behind her green screen, just like the energy and impact that she brings. I'm going, oh, we are going to work together. So I'm so delighted and I'm so honored that we are here today. So this is what I know. Right after this commercial break, I will bring Dr. Natasha Halladay up. This commercial break is brought to you by Ignite Publishing. Ignite is a sponsor, not only a part of Traverse TV with Ignite TV, but they're a sponsor of our Healthopedia channel. Our Healthopedia channel, where we bring these seven pillars together, where we bring life's milkshake moments Thursday at 6 p.m. Come back here live at 6 p.m. And I will tell you, my guest is Dr. Tyra Good at Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And that would be 3 p.m. Pacific. She will bring a riveting story about her strength and hope. Foundations of health, foundations of living, foundations of hope. Don't we all need that? And it comes together in such a beautiful way. And now is a really good time to let you know, I will be coming on Traverse TV on my own Foundational Friday show. It'll be noon this coming Friday. What will it be? It's going to be foundational tips you can use. Absolutely great foundational tips. It's a new TGIF, tools, gifts, information for a foundation for your best you. You know, we don't have any overs in this life. We come in this world and we go off this world alone. But in between, we need each other now, don't we? We need each other to be able to go in and create our best versions of ourselves. That's what Ignite Publishing does. As you well know, I've been humbled and honored to write 2 books, compilated books with Ignite Publishing. First, with the esteemed Les Brown, Ignite the Hunger in You. Then we wrote Ignite Your Wisdom. And soon we are starting our new compilation series, which is Ignite Your Foundational Health. So if that title speaks to you, not only are we going to bring this in with famous healers, practitioners like myself, but people that have influence and expertise with their health story. We're going to come together in a compilative way to empower and embrace the world. We will launch the book, but we'll also have a workbook called Healthopedia, Foundational Healthopedia. We are tying it all together. And then, if that's not enough, we're going to be taking it on the road. We're going to be taking it on the road so that we are bringing it to 5 cities the first of the year. Once we've done with the book, once we've mastermind together, once we've created the workbook, that we will be bringing health to you in a city next to you. But in the meantime, let's just take a look at Ignite Publishing. I think it's very, very apropos that we look at, well, know yourself. Isn't that what Dr. Natasha Halladay does? Know yourself as a speaker, a therapist, an author, a comedian, social worker, registered social worker, and counselor. With humor, she's had to know herself. Natasha infuses laughter into everything she does. She infuses her faith into everything she does because she aspires that. And she absolutely is impassioned and passionate about limiting the impact of fear, because fear and faith can't stand in the same vessel. She supports people through adversity by knowing themselves. So let's take a look at Ignite Publishing right here and right now, our great sponsor.
There isn't a person in this world who knows you better than you know yourself. No one knows what you're capable of. No one can see your potential as well as you can. You know what you can do. You know what you want, what your dreams, your desires, everything you want to go after. You see the clear vision. You know what it is. You know what you have to do. This is the time for you to start looking within yourself and finding your strength, finding your passion and going after that. Not listening to anyone else, not wondering what everyone else is doing, not looking to the side to see who's doing what, just staying focused, looking forward. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle things? What's important to you? And how are you going to put one foot in front of the other to get what it is you want? We get so caught up in the world and what everyone else is doing, and it's just noise. Focus on you. Focus on yourself, on your dreams, on your desires, on what it is you want, where you want to go. How big do you want to make your life? Go after that. See that, envision that, write that down, be a part of that, immerse yourself in that idea, that vision, that goal, go after that. Trust yourself. Trust what it is you're up to. Trust what it is you believe in, and believing in you is all that matters. You know how great you are. You know what you're capable of. You know what you're good at. You know what your talents are. You were put here for a reason. To show the world how unique, amazing, powerful, and dynamic you are. So go and do that. Love that. Learn that. Get everything there is to know about doing that. Then you'll be successful. Then you'll have your dream, your happiness, your contentment. Then money will come. Then joy will prosper. It's when you do what you love that the world shifts and follows you. You be the guide. You lead the help. You're the one doing the work, and so the universe pays you off 10 times over in so many different ways. Happiness, joy, relationships, finances, entertainment, travel, experiences, all kinds of things blossom when you're doing what you love with your vision in mind, following your ambitions and going after it. Your opportunity, your potential, your vision. This is your moment. This is where you get to do what you love. Believe in yourself. Believe in the power of you. And you will have the dreams. Your dreams will come true. This is your moment to ignite your life. So go after it. Go get it. Be you.
Are you ready to be you? Absolutely. Be you. Be your best you. Be your best, because we've got this now, don't you? We've got this together. And that's what Natasha Halladay is going to be here in just a moment. I want to give you the opportunity to know that these book bundles of my books, IgniteU.life, anything with Ignite Publications that I am involved in, all proceeds go to the charity that you'll see in just a moment. But are you ready now? Are you ready to hear from Natasha Halladay, who is not only a difference maker, but one of those rare humans that brings faith, humor, experience, strength, and hope together in one component? Welcome, Natasha, to our wonderful, wonderful Mindset Monday. Welcome.
Hello.
I woke up this morning and my husband said to me, "You are so excited." I said, "You don't even know." Okay, because you sparkle so much. We need a clear background. There we go. You don't even know who's my guest. And he goes, "They just keep getting better and better." And that smile tells it all. You radiate, you vibrate, you just are that person. So, social working and laughter. Why is laughter so important, Natasha?
For me, laughter is like the blood in my veins. I can't function, I don't think, a day in my life without laughter. It is so important because it, one, chemically does something. There's a chemical release when we laugh. So physiologically, there's a benefit to experiencing laughter. But it also gives us a break. We live in a world where there's a lot of heaviness. It's very easy to focus on what's not working. And while we cannot, always feel amazing, we need breaks from the reality of the things that are harsh. In the midst of the pandemic, when we're in the worst parts of it, there were probably a lot of things that we could point out that were difficult. But having moments where we could infuse laughter and experience that feeling of joy that comes with it, why wouldn't we want to have that?
I'm having this coughing jag, and I tell you why. Oh. Because when you said, as a nutritionist, when you said bringing that joy up, it comes through that chest chakra, that obviously that excitement, you were helping me open that up as well. So I'm going to bring you up screen. I'm going to take a drink, but I would like to have you go into what part does laughter play? Because you're in a heavy, big, hairy deal profession. For real. So how do you infuse that? Give us a little more insight.
Well, one of the great things about, the therapeutic relationship is, as you develop a relationship with your clients, you start to learn where it's safe to bring in humor. You don't want to infuse humor so quickly that it might be deemed insulting. It might be deemed as you're not taking them seriously. But learning, and I'm just honest. I tell my clients, I'm like, I like to laugh. So even though we're going to talk about some heavy stuff, where we can, let's have a little bit of fun too. Because part of it is if you can recognize we don't have to take life as seriously as we do. It as much as there's a lot of serious things, we sometimes take life more seriously than need be. And then we feel that weight again and we're bogged down by the weight. And the beautiful thing is laughter pokes holes in that and creates levity and light, and it lightens the load.
Levity, light, lightens the load, lifts your frequency.
Absolutely.
And when your frequency is lifted. See, that's what you did from the beginning. I'm going, oh, I'm having coughing because I just felt you lighting all the way from me down in Florida to Toronto. That's amazing. And being able to preface that with your clients to go ahead and speak about this, because when we have 3 out of 5 people that have a family member that has mental illness, I mean, suicide rate is going through the roof. I had Cindy Tank Murphy here on Milkshake Moment on Thursday, and it was unreal, some of her statistics. So you are not only lightening and lifting the load, but you have levity for humanity. And that in and of itself, what a gift. So continue on about this because it's so fascinating to me.
Well, I think, when we look at laughter, we sometimes think that, you listen to a comedy video, you do whatever, and you engage in it for that moment, but we don't necessarily see it as something that can be a part of our daily lives. We know there's times where we're going to seek it out, so we look forward to it then. We know that there might be those lovely moments where you're engaging in conversation or engaging with your peers or your family members where there's laughter, but we don't necessarily look at how do I actually try to ensure that I have laughter in my life? And that's what I do. In my own life, I look for opportunities to laugh. It sounds really simplistic, but one of the things where I find I would laugh without fail is watching outtakes from Family Feud. So I tell my clients, listen, if you just can't, if you need a break from the heaviness, watch the outtakes, watch the things that slip out of people's mouths where they don't necessarily mean it, or it's embarrassing, it's misconstrued, and have a laugh and have a moment where you don't feel like you're under this dark cloud. And it doesn't mean what's upsetting you won't go away, but if you can get a break, why not?
It's an intermission to life.
Yes, we try to take these breaks in other ways, but they're not necessarily healthy. We take them through alcohol, we take them through drugs, we take them through unhealthy relationships. But those things don't serve us. So why not do it in a way that I'm going to help myself without making things worse later on? Laughter doesn't have a negative side effect. There's only benefit to it.
No side effects. It's the best herbal remedy. Everything, as people say, well, what does this herbal remedy, does it have side effects? If you do something natural coming from your diaphragm, I had a trainer, Natasha, that I haven't thought about this in years, but he would get up there and he goes, okay, I know we just got through a serious subject, and he would start, ha, 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 ha. And pretty soon the entire room was laughing. So give it a try. I mean, that to me, that is so cool. And we're going to come back in just a minute. I will tell you as we're up here, because this is just a lovely discussion. I know Natasha is available to speak. She's available to counsel. She is just one available human being. So you can reach out to her at Natasha Halladay, and spelled HALLIDAY, and NatashaHalladay.com. You will love, Natasha, as I tell you about my charity. It's La Casa Sobre la Roca. That stands for the House of Hope. And we built this in Colombia because orphans, Natasha, have no adults. They need somebody. And the elderly need a reason to live. So we put them underneath one roof. So this is what Mindset Monday, all proceeds. I'm going to bring up my PayPal, a link in just a minute. All of the proceeds, not only to my books, but to this broadcast. When you partner with us, just like PBS, it goes to La Casa Sobre la Roca. Check it out, even if it's in Spanish and you don't understand it. You'll feel the levity. What was that, Natasha? The levity? I said the
levity, lightness. I think you said lifting.
Yes, it's the 3 L's. We'll be right back.
Soy Marta Isabel Rojas Cortés, representante legal de la Fundación La Casa sobre la Roca, entidad sin ánimo de lucro creada el 15 de marzo del 2018 en el corregimiento de Chagres, municipio de Jamundí. Un elemento principal del objeto social de la Fundación es la recuperación del patrimonio cultural ancestral afrodescendiente. Por esta razón, el quehacer cultural de la Fundación reside en las actividades artísticas y musicales. La Fundación La Casa sobre la Roca cuenta en la actualidad con una serie de programas de formación dirigidos principalmente a la niñez y a la juventud. Estos son algunos de los programas que ofrecemos. La Escuela de Modelaje Afro, que busca inculcar la importancia de valorar nuestras costumbres con los peinados, vestuarios y maquillajes propios de la cultura afrocolombiana.
Beautiful. And I've made the correction, Natasha, too, because she is double A. Natasha A. Halladay, triple A, just like the insurance that you need. But did you see, Natasha, those children? Did you see their smiles? It was so authentic. Did you see the smiles of the elderly? It is
That's beauty.
It's just beauty. So if you feel like you're called to partner with us, like PBS, these programs are bought to you by donations. We keep this charity going. Just cash at me as $Bear Money or Venmo Jody-Bear, and that's BAER JODEE. Or you can go ahead and use my PayPal, which is paypal.me/health coach Jody. That's me. But you are just the triple A, for real, for real. So I know that this registered social worker, I mean, this is a big deal. I would love to know how you found or were attracted to Kim Jacobs. That was my first question. Would love to know the story.
So, you know, it's one of those you get passed through a chain. I was part of a co-authoring project for Women on a Mission Affirmations Journal. And so the person who created this project then created the opportunity for us to appear on the Kim Jacobs show. And you know, from the first time you interact with Kim, it's just, you automatically like, well, I have to stay in touch with you. You're amazing. I love you. She's just magnetic, right?
Yes. The balanced doctor, she's magnetic. She's wonderful. But to bring it back to you, Natasha, when you come to Natasha A. Halladay with all those A's, and actually there are like 5. If you think about it, give me 5. Give me 5. I love it. I love it. Give me 5.
Little A's for my middle name, right?
Yeah, Natasha A. Halladay. It's all over the place. As they say up in Canada. So I absolutely, in all seriousness, you light up when you come in because you embody, you're real. You embody who you are. And you've got a gift of guiding people to get them on the other side of fear. So I'd like you to spend a few moments and talk about that, because that is Mindset Monday, because everybody is in fear. And go and take us there, would you please?
Well, I think one of the things that, you know, sometimes people wonder, how do you get talking about what you talk about? And a lot of it comes from what we experience in our own lives. So just like anybody else, I've had so many ways that fear has limited me. And actually coming up to doing this co-authoring project, I felt like the Spirit of the Lord was just like, you need to help people move past fear and work. That the extra ticket was what I started calling unmasking fear. So understanding that there's all the ways that we recognize how fear presents in our life, but what about the ways that it's disguised? And how many words does the brain present to us that feel more digestible? So we take it. So if I feel obligated, I do what I'm doing because of obligation, not realizing there's fear behind that feeling of obligation. I might do something because it seems like the rational thing to do, but how has fear duped me into believing that this is the most rational thing to do? So when I say unmasking fear, it's pulling the veil off of the ways that fear disguises itself so that we don't miss it. It comes in so many ways, and we want to target in every way so that we're not limited by it. One thing I've experienced in my own life is every time I confront fear and move past it, my world gets bigger. So I feel like I used to live in a small box place, but as I continue to push past fear, my world gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And now I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. because I recognize that's where the growth happens.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right?
You know, that saying is that the world is your oyster, and when you unmask fear, you become the pearl.
Yeah.
Those four quadrants, the one that everybody sees, the one that I see, but getting to that, the one that few people see, but that fourth quadrant, the people that no one sees, that's when everything is beyond the sight of fear. Do you agree with me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think this is why I'm so passionate now about helping people uncover fear in all the ways that it presents. I don't come to say we will never experience fear. We will experience fear, but we don't have to have fear stop us. We don't have to have fear limit us. We don't have to have fear hold us back. We can experience it and still do all the things that we were put on God's earth to do. So that's what I want to help people do.
Should it say A, Natasha Halladay, all 5 A's, or should it say at limitless?
I might have to
look at Ellen there, girl. Put that, we lift, we love, it's limitless. And by the way, I wore this animal print for a reason for you today.
Okay.
What you do, lastly, I want to absolutely honor you. It's a jungle out there. Social work is like, okay, you want to do teaching on natural steroids? I mean, seriously, in this culture that you did, it's a jungle out there. In all seriousness, mindset is it. That's why we're doing a whole entire weekly series on this. What is your key? What are your keys to resilience that you recommend for enduring that positive mental mindset? How do you endure? Because it's an endurance race, not a sprint.
Absolutely. And I think I love talking about this because resilience is getting a bad name now. Because what people are equating resilience with is being robotic and not experiencing what we feel as human beings. We have to feel what we feel. And it's appropriate that sometimes you're sad because things that make you sad happen. It's even okay to be angry. It's what we do with those emotions we want to look at, and how they impact us for a longer term is part of what we want to think about. So instead of trying to promote the idea that resilience is about not feeling and moving past feelings, what I want people to think about is resilience is about how to learn to grow through adversity and how to learn to not avoid adversity, because adversity will always come.
Life's on you. Life's on you. And
Absolutely.
In the last couple minutes that we have, I knew this would fly by with you. We could talk for hours. I know that you've got a free gift, a couple of offerings, and I want you to end with your last 30-second wisdom tip. So what is your free gift that you have for our audience?
So 2 options. The journal that I co-authored, here it is. So that somebody can get the journal, right? The affirmations for Women on a Mission journal, or I am doing a workshop on August 25th on moving past fear, a webinar, and somebody can get a free ticket to that. We're going to unpack all these pieces of what it means to unmask fear, how to recognize it, how to deal with fear so that it doesn't hold you back.
And so this last nugget of that sparkle wisdom from the sparkle social worker, give it to us.
So the last thing I'm going to give you, it's imagery. I want you to picture this so you get to fully get it. So when I talk about resilience, I say that resilience is like having an umbrella in the rain. All the raindrops are the adversities that come. We cannot avoid them, right? We don't want to stay inside avoiding them. But the resilience creates the umbrella so it doesn't have the same impact. We don't get drenched by the adversities we face in life.
You see the rain, but it doesn't hit you.
Right. We can be in the rain, but not be drenched and destroyed by the rain. We can then experience it and continue to function.
But you have drenched us with your light, your love, your spirit of being the sparkle humorist that you are. Thank you, Natasha Halladay, for being with us. We'll see you on the 25th. And the 25th, ladies and gentlemen, is part of our new monthly channel. I am excited what we're bringing to the channel, Healthopedia. It's a panel. It's going to be first on August 25th at high noon, 1 hour, once a month. It is entitled, ready for this? Doctor Talk. Come play in our health sandbox. We'll bring medical doctors, visionaries. Natasha Halladay is part of this. Psychologist, acupuncture physician, me with nutrition, and Ayurvedic medical, Western and Eastern medicine together. We'll talk about one topic. On the 25th, we're talking about stress. Won't that be one to get in the books? So we're going to be talking about stress. We're going to bring value, information, motivation, absolute inspiration, news you can use. So for today and always, I just want to thank Natasha once again for being the light with that faith and that mental resolve in this world. Join me next Monday, 12 Eastern time, right here with women's trauma psychologist, clinical psychologist Jessica Maloney from the Les Brown Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, feel the real. Feel it in your mind, your mental, to be your best, because whether it's in business or personal, it's a necessary, as Les Brown says, to know what you can do and no one else. When you know what you can do it as though your life depends on it, because guess what? It does. Mindset. Be the best. And when you are the best, people, just like we felt Natasha, will feel you. And so have a healthy and a positive day this day and every day. And we do it in a healthy and Mindset Monday, we know, kind of day of 4. Now, we'll just say ciao for now from Dr. J. Have a great Monday.